Hello and welcome back to Arcanum of Steamwork and Magic Obscura. Well, last time we had a whole bunch of riddles from the Silver Lady, who apparently sees through time and in epic symbolism and stuff. Couldn't make that much sense of it. But, well, we are going to make more sense of it by discussing it a bit with Raven, who apparently knows these things a little bit more. So let us do that.
Ah, yes, you again. How can I help you?
Hello, Raven. Do you have a moment?
Certainly. How can I help you?
Yeah, I spoke with your mother and it was like really weird.
And what did you ask her about?
I asked about the Black Mountain Clan first.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
Okay, she said she saw like ravens, lightning and a violent storm. Sounded real ominous.
Ravens and a storm? And why did the storm subside and then rage once again? Nothing in my mother's visions is ever what it seems. We'll have to think on this.
Okay, I'll think on it. It's
Black
probably
Mountain
like
Clan.
lightning and stuff.
What did she see?
Well, Black Mountain Clan, they saw like a small child with a machine hand, and that's obviously Bates.
As you told her, this must have been the man you know as Gilbert Bates. She saw him because he plays such a large role in their fate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
And then she said fire that consumed a wheat and like a lake of water. But like fire cannot consume water unless like real hot and like boil stuff away. That's pretty like apocalyptic stuff, that is.
I'm not sure what that represents, but I know that fire in her visions often represents magic. And the water you say quenched it? Or did the flame burn itself out?
Now I think that the water actually got quenched by the fire or something.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
Alright, she says that she saw them in a dark place with dark fire and mirrored plane.
There are two separate visions. The flame again represents magic, but twisted somehow, burning darkly. And did you say that the Black Mountain Clan was near this flame? The mirrored plane, a white sky, a lone figure. The worlds on either side of that mirror are the same. Who could say which one is real? Odd.
Yeah, that sounds like real trippy. If she's on drugs, can I have some of those too? Maybe that'll help. Yeah, help. I think that was all about the Black Mountain Clan, but then we had vision about Mingarod.
Mingarod? What did she see?
She saw like an eyeless man in pain. It was like real grisly, carving a key with his hands and a wolf raising a paw.
What the screaming man and his key represent, I have no idea. But I do know that the official symbol for the city of Caledon is a wolf, with one paw raised in the air.
Oh, so we could go to Caledon.
I'm not so sure. Remember, my mother's visions are shackled by neither our eyes nor our time. The events she describes might be in either the future or the past. Let's look at all she said before we go any further.
I really would like those drugs she has. Anyway, more vision.
Mingarod. What did she see?
She saw a tall curtain, a ringed and broken finger pointing east.
There's something about that entire vision which pulls at my memory, especially the ring. I'll think about it further.
It's probably like the one ring of power or something.
Mingarod. What did she see?
She also saw a hand that sees but is blind and truthful man in a mask.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's weird stuff, isn't it? Wait. That sounds like the symbol on these amulets that I got here, like those the assassins wear.
Interesting. That's the ancient symbol of the Malokian hand. Do you know of it?
Yes, they are like all assassins, guys.
The Malokian hand were assassins for what used to be known as the Darien Ka, the ancient order of the dead.
Yeah, Magnus said something about them too.
The Darien Ka were a shadowy group who formed during the Age of Legends. Their membership and their agenda were always very secret. I know little about them beyond the most cursory knowledge, but there have always been rumors about who they were and what they were doing.
And they got a connection with the Malokian hand?
As I said, the Malokian hand were their assassins. From what I remember of what was written about them, the hand was ejected from the Order of the Dead on grounds of doctrinal differences. There was a small struggle, and then the hand disappeared. There are always rumors of its reemergence, but from what I know, that's all they are. Rumors.
Well, all those knives being tried to stab at me ain't rumors, those are knives. Anyway, so how many attempts on my life might say
I
different,
agree.
yeah.
But I don't know why they would be involved in this business. Very interesting.
I don't think it's interesting, I think it's real annoying. Anyway, what do you think of the vision itself then?
I don't really know, although it would seem that perhaps they are being misled. Blindness in my mother's visions is sometimes associated with deception. As far as the man in the mask was draped in truth, I have no idea.
Okay, some more questions, things about Mingorod.
Mingorod? What did she see?
Okay, lastly she saw lost hiding children and a man that runs and drops leaves.
This one is the most interesting of all, and it seems that my fears may have well been correct.
Okay, what fears have you got then?
Do you remember when I told you that the name of Mingorod bothered me in some way? Well, I believe that may have been so because Mingorod is a dark name.
What is it dark then? I don't think the letters are particularly blacker, unless you do like more ink in them or something.
A dark elf name.
Oh.
Do you know of the dark elves?
No. I know very little. I saw like Dark Elf Village or something, but nothing more.
It's a long story. But sometime during the Age of Legends, many years even before my mother was born, there were a group of elves who separated themselves. There were philosophical differences, and they were no longer welcome in our forests. Those elves became what we know as the Dark Elves.
What's this Age of Legend then?
The Age of Legends refers to a time in Arcanum's history when things were much different than they are now. There was an elven council that ruled over all of the races, and magic was a large part of everyone's lives. It was a time of heroes and great good, and also of great evil. A time before the rise of technology, before the Dwarven clan wars, before the mages left for Tula.
Oh, I see. That sounds fancy. And what's the difference between you and Dark Elves then?
They believe that this world and all of its races are subject to elven rule. They believe that elves are superior because of our close connection to nature, our power in the ways of magic, and the longevity of our physical form. They see the other races as bumbling children who need our guidance, regardless of its severity.
I can see why people think that. Now what do you believe then?
I believe. Well, let us say that I don't always see eye to eye with those in Kintara concerning the rightful place of the Dark Elves. My role here is as protector. I will do so regardless of the cost.
Okay, that's an interesting answer. What do the elves here believe then?
The elves of Kintara, in fact all other elves, believe that everything and everyone has a rightful place in the experience which forms this reality. Elves feel that very little, if anything, ever happens that isn't part of the natural progression of that state. They feel no superiority because of their advantages. That is just the role they have been picked to play.
Okay, so all the world's the stage and all the people nearly players. What do they see the Dark Elves not as a problem then?
Unfortunately not. The Dark Elves are seen in the same light as everyone else. They have the role and they are playing it.
And you don't think that's real like a good idea?
I believe. Well, let us say that
Yeah,
I don't
okay, you
always
already
see
said that.
My mother's vision of the lost children was referring, I believe, to the Dark Elves. They were hidden from her because they are hidden from all of us. Through magic and isolation, we've not seen where they live for almost 500 years.
Well, that's not too long when you're an elf. Anyway, who was the man running from them then?
There was a man many years ago who had come to the Glimmering Forest to study the elves, and I remember that he was very interested in the Dark Elves especially. There were rumors about his capture by them and an escape.
And who was he then?
As I said, he was a researcher. A strange little man, a bit overdressed, but kind-hearted and very intelligent. I was young then, a mere 160 years old. He was the first human I'd ever seen.
Okay, do you remember his name? You look a little bit horny.
His name? It was a long time ago. But I remember because he said it so often. I think humans just like hearing the sound of their own names. Terwilliger. Dr. Renford A. Terwilliger. I can hear him saying it even now.
Okay, you really are looking horny. Did he say that in bed as well? Or make you? I guess he make you say it. That would be kinky. Anyway, so what were the leaves he was dropping?
I don't know. It almost seemed in the vision that the flock who consumed him were more interested in the leaves. And my mother even said to find what was left behind, these leaves might very well be what we're looking for.
I made an interesting connection between these visions.
What is it you've seen?
In many visions they were like birds.
Yes.
I think they might also be the dark elves.
Interesting. It does paint an interesting picture, and it might change the way we think about some of them. The ravens circling the storm, the man who had his eyes plucked out by the birds, and now this man dropping leaves. Interesting.
Yeah, so the ravens are like stopping people from doing something or something. What's the place of smoke and water then?
She could mean almost anywhere. But if I were to make a guess, I'd say she was talking about the human city of Tarant.
Oh, we're going back
there. It lies in the Gulf
again.
of Morbihan, and its, what do you call them? Factories are always belching smoke into the skies. That, and I know that Terwilliger was from there.
Okay. What now then?
You have a place to begin your search, my friend. It would seem that if you need to find this Mingarad, you're going to need to find the village of the Dark Elves. The only person who might know where they are is Renford A. Terwilliger. He may or may not be in Tarant, but it's a good place to start looking.
Okay, then I will find the Dark Elves and to Tarant I go.
You impress me, my friend. Few are those like you who would take this burden upon themselves. You've earned my respect.
Well, that is real nice.
Thank you for the compliment. Looks like we're going to be good friends.
Hey!
Return to me when you found the Dark Elves and tell me what you uncover. We'll have much to discuss when you return.
Okay, bye. Oh, she suddenly went all nice and stuff. I guess she was thinking of Terwilliger and got horny.
Anyway, so yes, we have to go back to Tarant, but firstly, I left you with one thing, the whole murder mystery thing that was going on. I was going to promise a epic solution through necromancy. I lied, unfortunately. I actually went back to train up stuff, actually re-leveled stuff and such. Took a whole long while to get like the skill to make the reanimator. And then I got it, I tried it out on the body, it doesn't work. It just automatically failed. So that was a whole pointless waste of time. So we're gonna have to do that murder mystery solving in the good old fashioned way. Now, we did retrieve from the body of Ralph a empty wine glass with a strange pungent odor. So that seems like a classical poisoning type of thing. And we already concluded that it probably would have to be poison, given that, you know, physical violence would have been seen, magical violence would have been detected. So we should conclude that. Okay, no here. No response here. Okay, so we just have to conclude on our own. Now there is, I guess Jorgmund should have told us about that. But there should be a apothecary somewhere here in town, and they might be selling poisons that could poison someone. So let us go and find that apothecary. I think it's all the way on the eastern side of town. Oh, here's a person. Hello. I do not know you, Ogor, nor do I wish to.
Well, you do know me. You know my name. How do you do that? Guess that's magic. But that's all not very nice for an elf.
Many of those who come to the trees of Kintara, but none of those presents very well disagrees with me, so away with you.
Okay, we're gonna have to put on the smokes again and stuff. Oh, noble elf, can we rise above our petty grievances?
Elf considers your words and smiles. Yes, reason is always the better path to take. Forgive my words, friends. Even we elves are not without our weaker moments.
Okay, that's good. Who are you?
As with most elf, I have a very long name. But in your tongue, I'm called Illumin. Okay.
Oh, that's a real fancy name, Illumin. Might I ask you what you do here?
I am a craftsman, good sir. I work on wood and metal objects, great objects of magic, weapons and talismans, the occasional piece of decorative jewellery. We all play our part here in Kintara, and this is mine.
Well, you got plenty of wood. Where do you get metal then?
Well, I have suppliers who trade often with still water when the need arises, but just lately I've run out of mithril. If you know anything about the metal, you know that it's rare. I'm having trouble finding a new source, and many of my objects are incomplete without it.
What's mithril then, and why can't you use like cool metals like iron?
Mithril is a very special kind of metal. It is very light and very strong, and its most interesting property are in the respects of magic. Although it's not inherently magical, mithril is very conductive to magic and to holding some magical spells. There's nothing quite like it.
I see. Can I help you get some more?
Yes, I'd be very grateful for your help. If you can find the caves of the real clan, bring me back some mithril. Then I would be willing to give you one of my crafted bows. It's said there's no better in Kintara.
Okay, I'll return then.
Splendid, good sir. I eagerly await your return. So we actually have some mithril in store, so we can arrange that for him. And who? Let's depart for now, because I cannot see who... That's a lady, okay. You've come to the wrong person, Ogor.
I don't think so. You know my name after all. And I don't think I'm that offensive. I mean, my fists are real offensive stuff.
If you are able to refrain from acting on some of your more repulsive tendencies, I might be able to stomach your presence.
Okay, I'll try my best. Would you know where I can find Sharp?
Sharp was called out of the village suddenly. I'm his wife. Can I help you with anything?
Like I need to know about poison. He is like an apothecary person, right?
Yes, I recognize this. A very distinctive odor.
Do you sell that type of poison here?
Yes, we do. I don't know if we have any at the moment, though.
This poison was on the glass that killed Raph. Do you know him?
Raph is dead? By the gods!
What can you tell me about him then?
We had a history. The three of us were friends long ago, but he became angry when Sharp and I began living together. Who killed him? That dwarven student of his?
Why did he become angry when you began living together then?
He said it was offensive and damaging to the village for us to carry on like humans, as he put it.
You were violent as an elven customer living together? Is sex against elven customs? Because that would suck. Actually, no, that would not suck. That would be a lack of suck. Anyways,
Yes, I believe he was actually jealous. Sharp and him fought often in later years.
Did Sharp hate Raph enough to kill him, maybe?
It was the other way around, actually. I think Raph was becoming a bit unbalanced. Of course, if we all know that elves do not have it in them to wantonly murder each other over things like jealousy.
Could Sharp maybe have poisoned Rolf to protect you?
If he had felt I was in danger, I believe he would do anything to protect me, even sacrifice himself. But as said, elves would never think of killing one another. We take a wider view of things, and as you know, this life is only one that elves exist in. When we die, we go to another level. So that what purpose would murder solve?
Leveling up quicker, baby! We gotta go to a whole new level! Yeah, but you said that Rolf was a little bit unbalanced. Did you want to level up faster?
This is disturbing me. I don't wish to speak of this anymore.
I got some more questions now.
I have nothing more to say. Please excuse me.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so we know that there's someone doing the poison. It could be Sharp, and that's why he left village. But there might be more. It could be her, given how nervous she suddenly is. So we need to figure this out. And I kind of don't know what the solution is. I don't think it's pushing her too hard. So let me think on this for a second, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, back here again. Did some study. Read a walkthrough. Anyways, but yes, we are back at this little conversation because I did one thing wrong. When she says that that this whole talk is disturbing her, the trick here is do not push her any further. Just tell her
thank you, time for good day,
while we go and gather more evidence of things that are happening. How do we gather more evidence? Well, by ransacking her shop. Or actually her husband's shop. So we do that by, well, right now she's in there, so she wouldn't allow us to. Shit, okay, that's the morning. Shit, now she's just back. Yeah, okay, now we have to go up until the night. That'll solve it. 1 second. Okay, it's dark now, and there she is leaving. Gives us the opportunity to do a little bit of a search of her shop. A completely legal search. Yes, legal. With an axe.
Alright, Billy, burst this thing open.
There we go. And what do we find in there? Well, it's rather hard to select, but this vial. A vial of poison that still has traces of the poison contained. Yeah, that's another bit of evidence that points towards her. So let us advance it till morning and continue the questioning now that we have more evidence. No, really, it's not that much more evidence. She already admitted that they sold that type of poison and it's in the store. So this kind of more confirms the story, but apparently it's more evidence. Right, let's have a chat with her again. Because normally if we went up ahead and asked the questioner further, she will no longer want to talk with us. But now she still is willing to talk with us. Leave me! I have no time for ogres, especially you.
Well, you know me, I'm the nicest ogre you ever met. Probably also the ugly ogre I ever met, but still, I'm nice.
If you're able to refrain from acting on your repulsive tendencies, I might be able to stomach your presence.
We all want to talk with your breaking of elven tradition and the like. Anyways, I'll try my best. Yeah, I need to ask about Sharp again. Oh, he's still gone, is he?
Yes, he's still gone out of the village.
Like I found this vial of poison by bashing open the store credit and stuff, but you don't need to think about that.
Yes, this looks like one of our vials. Where did you get it?
That's not important. It wasn't about bashing open that bit of chest behind you, but what's important is that it had poison in it.
What would that be?
Yeah, it had poison in it. Same poison that killed Rolf.
So, that proves nothing.
kinda doesn't know, but still. That was what you covered what you told me. It really does point towards Sharp being the killer.
But he can't have killed him. He's a good man, not like Ralph.
What exactly you mean by that then?
Ralph had a black heart. I can't believe we were friends with him. He turned when he found out I didn't love him.
He was in love with you? Well, that's pretty predictable.
He was one who suggested I live with him. I like the idea, strange as it may be, but I never felt anything but friendship towards Ralph. Sharp was the one I really truly loved.
What was it all such a strange idea to live together then? Why did you all live together like a triple or something?
Elves don't live together. We are a communal yet solitary people. We live together as a whole village yet have an intense spiritual life that is best pursued individually.
So why did you decide to live together then?
We felt our love was so important as our community, if not more so. We received a lot of scorn for our decision as well. People felt that we were damaging the fabric of our society, and they called us selfish.
I see, so Ralph must have kind of like rallied against you for the whole betrayal stuff then.
And the threats became progressively worse. He threatened to kill Sharp at one point. The last thing he said to me was that if he wouldn't let Sharp have me if he couldn't.
Well, that's like really spurned boyfriend sort of thing. Do you think he maybe killed himself to frame Sharp?
A look of recognition crosses her face. By the gods, that bastard did it! I did not believe he could be so bitter to kill himself. What a fool!
I think he just leveled up more than you. Because you said yourself you go like to a high level of spirituality and stuff. Well, I'd best go tell the guards that apparently he killed himself, or so he say. I'm still real suspicious about all this, but I'm pretty sure Jorkman didn't do anything about it.
If you ever need anything from us, please don't hesitate to pay us a visit.
Alright, that's nice, bye. Still think you bloody did it.
But truth be told, if we were to have the Conjure Spirit spell, which is one of the spells here in Necromancy and allows you to, let's actually throw it open. Dark Necromancy, Conjure Spirit, allows the caster to speak with the spirit of the target corpse on which it's cast, so you can kind of speak with the dead. If you do that, then yes, you actually find out that this was exactly what happened. And that Ralph was, yeah, trying to do that then. Very, very cunning, sort of. Except the part where you die. So let us report this to the guards.
Hello.
Back again, huh?
Like, I got like lots of evidence and stuff, and apparently Ralph killed himself and he was trying to frame Sharp.
An elf killing himself? That's unheard of. Killing the physical body would disrupt the flow. It would be the final death. I would expect an agitator such as Ivory to think of something so ridiculous. Hence why I actually think that Ivory is actually maybe the culprit, but whatever.
It was actually Ralph who came up with the idea of living together and stuff.
The degenerate! I knew Sharp must have been led astray by someone. He was always a good egg, he was.
So Jorkman is released then?
Certainly, thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
And that earns us a fate point, hence why I wanted to do it that way. Because that is the best reward you can get, a fate point. Thank you for clearing my name!
You're welcome.
Here's a staff I promised to you. You are always welcome in my home.
Are you going to leave now that Ralph is dead?
I am sure I will take leave of this place soon enough. First I must decide where I'm off to then.
Do you maybe want to adventure with me then?
What a splendid idea! I would be more than happy to adventure alongside of you, sir.
Oh, that's cool. Could you do something for me before we leave?
What may that be, sir? Okay, so this is just a normal thing. Okay. I'd like to know more about Jortmund. Okay, so he's only level 20, though we could do something about that. What type of magic does he specialize in? Necromancy, apparently. Okay, so he's very good with force magic. And fire magic. Yeah, that seems to be his specialty. I don't know if we'll keep Jortmund in the party. Maybe we will. We'll definitely give him the stuff. But there are more fun companions we could be taking along. But we'll take Jortmund along for now. And then, I guess next time we are off to Durant to deliver Swift there. And to investigate the war of the Brentford A. Terwilliger fellow. So, until then, bye-bye.